stretch out our right leg. Bring the hands to the floor up behind you so you've got a bit of support here. And I'm going to swivel around so that I can do this alongside Paloma. We're going to take hold of this right foot. Bring your left foot up onto your right thigh. And then we're going to thread the fingers in between the toes. And we want to feel like we're moving right into the webs in between the toes, and also the toes are moving into the finger webs as well. So we're really pushing in as tightly as we can. So there's almost like a knitting feeling going on between the toes and the fingers. If you need to hold that left knee, hold that left knee. If you're at home and you've got something that you can pop under the knee, then do that. I want you to try and relax the weight of this left foot off the ankle. So if the ankle's holding on, the movement of the foot's going to be restricted. So we want to be nice and floppy here. And then feel as though with the hand you're just making some simple circles at the ankle here. Keep pressing into the webs of the toes and the toes into the fingers. And then let's circle this in the other direction. Notice when you're doing something that feels passive and not like you have to think too hard, what happens to your breath? Can you still carry on breathing deeply, really taking the opportunity for a full body breath? And then come back into a neutral pose. The fingers are going to draw and push the toes away from you. So we're stretching into the arches. The arches, everything down in your foot moves all the way through the leg and attaches up into the pelvis and hip. So although this feels like it's got nothing to do with your sciatic nerve, it actually has. And then I want you to curl the toes over, pull with the fingers, push the hands right into the sole of the foot. And we're going to move like this for maybe another 2 or 3 breaths. Keep the fingers pressed into the webbing in between the toes and the fingers. Good. And then just gently, loosely shake, as if your hand and foot were shaking hands with each other, Great. And then from here, I'd like you to open up all the fingers in between the toes. So we're creating an enormous amount of space. And then push into the little toe, that little webbing in between the little toe and the fourth and the fourth and the third. Push deeply into them so that you feel like you're pushing the foot all the way down to the ground. And then I'd like you to squeeze your toes around your fingers. So as if your toes had the strength to draw all the fingers back together. And this can start this feeling of slightly cramping. And then I want you to release that, spread the fingers out nice and wide again. Keep pressing into the webs, all the way down into the webs. Push even more, Paloma, down, down, down. Good.